Rapaport proceeded to challenge me in a fight. I believe this is sorry language, called me pussy repeatedly, and then made pictures of himself having sex with me from behind. That's when I put the shirt on sale.
President David Portnoy is giving a deposition as part of a lawsuit, partially relating to firing someone who worked for him. And then he designed a shirt depicting that guy as a clown, because that's the kind of thing David Portnoy does.
This is a blog of yours, El Presidente, February 21st, 2018, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at the very bottom you write, "This shirt haunting him for the rest of his life is enough for me. No need to rub it in more with the champagne." Do you see that?
No.
Very bottom of the document.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's this shirt. Yep, okay.
And you're referring to the shirt with him that we've talked about today,
Correct.
correct? And why, what about that shirt do you believe would haunt him for the rest of his life?
He's depicted as a clown.
A clown with herpes?
You said that, not me.
Well, wasn't that your intent, sir?
No, you actually listened to a video of me just saying it was a clown shirt.
I see. But you knew by February 21st, 2018, that people were at Barstool were saying that the T-shirt depicted him with herpes, correct?
Yes, I knew that.
Okay.
But that's not why I thought. The clown shirt's personal to me.
So I really like that, right? The attorney tries to slip in this premise that the shirt is about herpes. And he's like, no, that's not what I thought the shirt was. That's what you said, not me. He rejects the premise of the question. So that's really good, right? He doesn't buy into the premise of the question. He's listening very closely and be like, you said that, not me. Were you aware that other people were saying that at Barstool? Yeah, other people were saying that, but that's not what I designed the shirt for. That wasn't what I was depicting. I was merely depicting him as a clown. That was my intent behind the shirt. What other people perceived was not my intent in the design. It isn't what I saw in the design. So he's doing a very good job at rejecting the premise of the question and making sure to make clear what his viewpoint is on the issue. Good job.
Do you recall your testimony earlier today that you created the clown shirt? You designed and created the clown shirt after you terminated Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Rapaport?
I do.
Okay. That is in fact not true, isn't it? Isn't it true that you designed the clown shirt prior to terminating Mr. Rapaport because you were looking for a reason to terminate him?
Objection.
What?
Isn't it true that your testimony today that you designed the clown shirt after terminating Mr. Rapaport is false testimony?
Objection.
Not to my knowledge, it's not.
Isn't it true, sir, that you had designed the T-shirt before terminating Mr. Rapaport, and that you had planned to concoct a reason to terminate him, and were planning on releasing it?
Compound question, a little bit.
Objection misstates the evidence, argumentative.
What exhibit is it? Okay, this will be exhibit number 2.
Now we're going to try to impeach him. He has testified he designed the shirt after he fired him. And this attorney thinks that he has evidence that contradicts that. The shirt was designed before he fired him. So I suppose this is now part of this lawsuit, right? Did he design the shirt before or after? He says after. The attorney now wants to impeach him based on some other testimony. Does he have the cards? Let's find out.
We started to talk about this, and then I had trouble with the video, so we stopped. But you recall your testimony earlier today that the picture that you came up with, the T-shirt that you designed, you did all of that after you terminated Mr. Rapaport, correct?
Correct.
Isn't it true, sir, that in fact you actually had the picture ready to go, and that you were in fact just waiting to use something you could to justify your termination of Mr. Rapaport, and then use it at that point?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play for you a video, and I'll want you to, I'll have some questions for you after. It's Stool Scenes, episode 52, I Am Crapaport Stereo Fraudcast, 23506. Okay. And this begins at 2:51 of the video.
I Am Crapaport, that's cute.
How long did it take you to come up with those clown shirts? That's one of the most vicious things I've ever seen. Oh, that was instant. Like, I was mad we had other shirts out before. I knew once we did it that it was like, I think my 3 texts went in order. I fired the wrong Rapaport, then I fired the real Rapaport, and then I said, well, welcome, make this shirt. Because I knew I was waiting for him to say something. Like, so I had it, I'll just wait till Rapaport opens his mouth and I'll be like, boom.
You say it privately, didn't fire.
I haven't talked to him.
So, so what did you mean, sir, when you said that you knew Rapaport was going to say something and then you would have it ready to go, boom?
I don't know if you misinterpreted that. So what I said on that was after when this all went down, I knew I had to fire him. I sent a text to the wrong Rapaport, different one. Then I fired Mike Rapaport. I said on that, so after he was fired, the third text was to our t-shirt guy to create the shirts because I knew Rapaport was going to go off the rails, which he did. And then once he was off the rails, we put the shirt on. So this is all post-firings. I don't know what you mean by a predetermined thing.
Well, let me play it one more time, and then I'll have a question about a specific statement that you make, okay?
Anyways, he's the only idiot who said that, but every situation is fucking different. It's a no-brainer. Like, I was like, oh, should I fire him? It's like, oh, he's fucking dumb. How long did it take you to get one of those clown shirts? That's one of the most vicious things I've ever seen. Oh, that was instant. Like, I was madly at other shirts out before. I knew once we did it that it was like, I think my 3 texts went in order. I fired the wrong Rapaport, then I fired the real Rapaport, and then I said, welcome, make this shirt. Because I knew I was waiting for him to say something. Like, so I had it, I'll just wait till Rapaport opens his mouth and I'll be like, boom.
Look at David Portnoy's face. Like, are you an idiot? Can you not hear what's obviously on this tape? I fired the wrong guy. Then I fired the right guy. Then I went to our t-shirt guy to design the shirt because I knew at some point he would say something and then we'd have the shirt ready to go. But the shirt design comes after he fired the guy, not before he fired the guy. The attorney's question is completely wrong. Just listen to the words, man. Listen to the words on the tape. I fired the wrong Rapaport. Then I fired the right Rapaport. Then I contacted our t-shirt guy. So this grand impeachment testimony that you have is completely useless because it doesn't impeach him. It's completely consistent with what he said that he designed the shirt after. And you just look at David Portnoy's voice, like you can't believe this fool because like, dude, what are you listening to? That's what I said, man. What's the problem?
So you said you knew he was going to say something, and so you had it ready, and when he said it, you were like, boom. What do you mean by that?
I just explained it. Once we fired Rapaport, I knew he was going to do things like he did, which is challenging me to a fight, make pictures of himself having sex with me from behind, things like that. When he did that, I was going to release the shirt. I'd have it ready to go.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
So I don't know, like
So
your
you're not-
characterization of it being made before he was fired, that contradicts it.
The photo, when you said you knew he was going to say something and you had it ready to go, does that not mean that you were waiting for him to say something that you could then use to terminate him?
This video is after he was fired. I literally say in it, the guy goes, when did you have the shirt? I go, 3 things happened. I fired the wrong Rapaport. I fired Mike Rapaport. Mike Welker, who are our t-shirt guys. I go, the third, 1, 2, 3. So I fired Rapaport. The next text was to our t-shirt guy to get this shirt ready for when Mike Rapaport said something about me and escalate this, because at this point he had it. Then Rapaport proceeded to challenge me to a fight. I believe this is sorry language, called me pussy repeatedly, and then made pictures of himself having sex with me from behind. That's when I put the shirt on sale.
I love David Portnoy's answer here because it's just like, dude, what are you not getting about this? It's on the tape. I fired the wrong guy, then I fired the right guy, then I had the shirt designed. I didn't design the shirt before I fired him. I designed the shirt after I fired him because after I fired him, I knew that he was going to go off the handle, and that's when I had the shirt designed so it'd be ready to go. Then he did all the foolish things that we predicted he'd do. Then we released a shirt of him being a clown. We didn't design the shirt before we fired him. But your own impeachment evidence completely contradicts your question. And you just love Dave Portnoy just explaining this to him like, how dumb are you? Just listen to the tape, man. It's on the tape. Those are the words. What are you not understanding? Why am I the smartest one in the room?
It's the exact opposite of what you insinuated.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
That went well.
I sure did, Dave.
it is your testimony, sir, that you did not have anything planned before Mr. Rapaport?
Correct.
Okay.
And that video you just played proves it.
Well, my friends, this truly is a classic of deposition testimony, and I think we can all see why. David Portnoy comes out looking the best. He said something and then is like, I'm going to impeach you, with something that just completely confirms everything he said. And then David Portnoy is over here like, I can't believe I have to explain this to you 3 different times. Just listen to the tape. It's on the tape, man. Why are you not getting this? And David Portnoy just finishes with that classic, well, that went well. It sure did, Dave. It sure did. So David Portnoy looks to be the smartest man in the room. He looks like he shows the attorney up, as well he should, and comes out all the looking better. So a victory for David Portnoy, your favorite pizza reviewer and mine. One bite, everyone knows the rules. One of the rules being, if you're going to impeach somebody, perhaps you should actually have the cards. I've been UncivilLaw for Attorneys React. Until later, my friend, I hope all is well. Cheers, my friends, and goodbye.
Big verdict.